Hello, this is B Plays City Skylines. I'm B, and as always, you are very welcome. Well, welcome back to New Legopolis, and a couple of people have asked me to show them the new park area in the new residential zone, which we still haven't named yet. Here's the entrance to the park. It's, like I say, very green, very green. A couple of gazebos and fountains as the entrance. And if I pull up a little, if I can pull up a little, oh, there we are. And you can see it's a nice area for strolling the dog and just having a look around. It's okay, it's nice, it's green, and it's green. Green seems to be the word of the day. Not heavily used, but then it is really more decorative than for actual purposes of recreation. Right, other areas that I've been asked to show. I'll get to those in a moment. As you can see, quickly flying over the city. I did say I was going to do some terraforming at the end of the last episode, and here we are. This is the new area for the waste sewage outlet is coming out here. Now, I'm going to run out of space in here. The reason why I've done this, as you can see, look at this. The shit in the bay here. This is nasty. Very nasty indeed. And the original plan was to enclose this completely, so the shit just ended up in the pool. Unfortunately, I forgot that by doing this it would overflow, and all of this area became flooded with crap. That wasn't very pretty, and so I opened up the hole and I put a dam across here. With the thought that the dam would let out the sewage and we'd actually get more electrical power from the sewage. Unfortunately, that didn't seem to work either, and it still continued flooding. So then I demolished that and demolished how I had the original plan and just done its little harbour area. There is room for more waste processing along here, which I will terraform just to give it nice straight looks. So anyway, I'm quite happy with this. So I've stuck a little lighthouse at the end here because you don't want any ships crashing into it, and it's okay. It's fine. The other thing that I've done, speaking of dams, is if you look at the river. Here's the river. Now, you know that I was pumping water from the river and it was getting low and dry. What I've done is I've popped a dam across it. The water pumping was barely reaching the water level, and I need to bring the water level up so we could pump the water. Unfortunately, to do that, I put the dam across. I thought there's a good idea because the water will let the dam out. Water will let the dam out on the other side. Damn it! The dam will let the water out on the other side. And so I've done that, and I think with the pumping so close to the dam, it's not getting enough water to be able to let the water through. So I'm probably going to have to move the pumping further upriver, and then the water can be stopped here and let through, and we'll actually get some water going down the lower part of the river. It'll still be low, but it won't be so bad. And then, because I knew by damming here this would actually cause a few problems possibly for the hexagonal part of the city here, which is the office area. As you can see, it has expanded a little bit since you last saw it. So anyway, I thought, no, that's it. I've got to do some work here. So I've terraformed the riverfront here, put a nice little what are we called? What would we call this? Walkways, etc. The prom or such along the side here, and across here. Oh, back up. Oh, this overshot slightly. Sorry there, guys. I've done a little nice little outdoor market on the riverfront there. That's quite nice. What a place to go shopping right underneath the skyscrapers. It's nice. It's very nice. And all this is residential along the front here, so you've got a lovely view of the river. But like I say, I'm going to have to shift the pumping at some point from here further upriver somewhere. Haven't decided exactly where just yet. It'll bring the water level down a bit, but that's not the biggest problem. And this dam will then start producing electricity as well, not that we desperately need it. And the final thing, which I will get to eventually, is the wastelands. The original plan was to do all my waste collection from this point here. It's obviously not going to work. So what this area will what will happen to this area in time? Going to demolish all of it, absolutely all of it, and move the power stations. I think a good place to be up by the dam. So that'll be you know, it's not quite central to the entire map, but it's fine there. So probably move the power stations up along the riverside here. The waste collection can go, well, as you know, we've got waste collection here. I'm going to do smaller waste collection areas now throughout this. We don't get quite so much traffic backlogging. What to do with this area here? Don't know exactly yet. It might just be an expansion on the industrial. But for general industrial, I'm quite happy with this as it is at the moment. What I want to do next with the industrial expansion, when we do get to that, is across the other river. Here we are. Now this triangle here didn't just appear on the map, but I've put it on there. This, let me click. Let's come out of this mode now. There we are. Click on here, and then on the resources. Now this is the resource map. Now, as I discussed in, I think it was episode 1 or 2, if you look at the map as a whole, other than up here, which is fairly high in resources, in the oil, a bit of ore, but I wanted this mostly for residential. This area here across the river is quite abundant. Come on, language, you do not disturb me now. Desert me now? It's deserted me now. We've got a lot of iron ore, we've got oil, we've got forestry and farming. And this is going to be a major industrial area for me if it can be optimized as such. I put farming alongside of the river. This area here I've enclosed with a triangular road just for my own purposes, so I can actually see it more clearly when you come down to map level. Now when you have a look at it from here, you can see it's actually on the side of quite a steep hill. So what I'll be doing with here is, as this is the iron ore area, because I can see this is obviously the farmland, that's not too bad. But here, what I'm going to do is I will use the terraform tools again, just to chisel into the hill a bit and make it look a little bit like we're actually mining and digging into the hill for the ore that is in there. It should look really good. And then, where are we? Yeah, I think it's along here. Is it along here? Looks darker here. I think this is where most of our oil is. Let's go back into there, have a look. Yeah, we've got, no, here we are. Oil in this area here. So I will set this as for oil fields. We'll do forestry here. It's going to be a nice little patch up. What I'll then do, as you can see, I've already drawn the railway over the river, and we'll do a central cargo railway station in here somewhere. Where exactly, not sure just yet. And yeah, that's the plan. But the initial plan is residential demand. We need to build a new residential estate. So let's go out of that, come down into this mode. Let's quickly review the traffic. Traffic. Right, so first of all, everything in the industrial park flowing freely. Yes, we've got a few abandoned buildings. That's because of lack of people, lack of people to fill the jobs. Once we start building residential, they should start finding workers again. The commercial park, looking good. Traffic flowing very nicely. Coming out of the commercial park, no big, and industrial park, no big tailback here, just a little bit of merging problem here. That's fine. Slight merging problem here. It's not tailing back terribly, so that is okay. We can deal with that. And no tailbacks coming out of the wastelands, which is great. Coming up here, we've got a couple of problems here with, once again, with merging, no more, no less. And I understand that the T++ mod will possibly help with this. but it'll just shift the merging a little bit further up. And the same going on here, but once again the traffic tailback is not horrendous here, although this is tailing back into here. So I shall probably look at getting the T++ mod in and trying to prevent this stupidity. I mean, please move out into the outer lane. There's no reason for that. If that was real life, if this was where we are today, there'd be just, well, you'd fail your driving test, wouldn't you, if you were along here? You really would. Just use the outside lane. And I have set previously this lane for left turn only to force people into the right hand lane, but then they get to here and then immediately want to try and cut back in because they're morons. Okay, right, I think at that point we need to come up to this area here and do a new residential park at the top end of this hill here, and then we'll build a separate residential park lower down the hill, but for now we're just going to do one in this top zone here. Let's start the music and I hope you enjoy. Okay, and welcome back. As you can see, I've laid out some new roads. Not massively happy with the layout, so I've got to be honest with you, I might have to come back and change it a little. I would rather have a second exit rather than just the one exit, but for now it's gonna do. We're getting traffic coming around it. I mean, including buses. I mean, I've no idea why the buses are coming around here. I've got no bus route laid down here, but there we are. Right, but let's start by. Alright, so we better start over this side because we'll put down a bit of commercial down here because it's right by the polluting zone. Let's come in a little bit and dezone that. Dezone those two silly squares there. Oh, and we do a little bit of go away with your information. It's lovely. There. Right, and we will dezone those two. Bop, bop. We'll stick a little bit of residential. We'll do that quick fill tool. That's better. Right. And with this, hopefully the power will jump across. Let's have a quick look. Yes, it has. That's lovely. So we can start filling in this area with power. If I put in a little bit in between here and just try and get it to jump across to this area as quickly as possible. So yes, that's good. That's nice. Click back onto the power. As you can see, we haven't got to do an awful lot for it to. We can dezone that, which will force it into there, hopefully. Right, well that should be busy filling out for a few moments. And so you can see we're at 90,000. Pollution. Population is increasing by about 50 a week, which is fairly slow, but we have only just put this in. Now while that's doing that, let's have a look at what we can do with these pumping stations. Because I think by having it so close to the dam, it's preventing the dam from actually reaching the level it needs to. A bit laggy with the game at the moment. I'm not quite sure why. But I think possibly we can move them up near the lattice. What do we think? Up maybe underneath the bridge up by the lattice. We could do that. I think we'll just quickly pause the game while we do that because we're going to be cutting off the water supply from everybody, which is never a popular thing. Right, let's move you guys up here. 1, 2, 3. Right, those are done. Let's have a look at the pipes. Was it about pipes? You ain't no water going nowhere, matey. Right, 1, 2, 3. Right, they're piped up. Now we need to get a bit of power across to them from somewhere. Do I want to draw it across the river, or do I want to have a horrible power line going all the way across country? Let's do it across country. Right, is that in the zone? Not sure. We'll do that to be certain. To be certain, this will all fill in at some point. Right, we've powered that back up. Now, if we come back out of this mode, now you can see the water now is starting to increase. There we are now. Hopefully we won't have any flooding here. The dam will hopefully do its bit, and as you can see at the moment, 0 power output. But as the water starts increasing that final bit of level, we should start letting. Oh, look at this! This is proper water dynamics here. Dynamic water. Is there? Are we? Will there? Come on. Love to have a little bit of water coming through here. Now, of course, by doing this, what will happen is further upstream, the water levels here will start to drop. And that's something I've got to be aware of. Maybe I don't have the water pumping stations so close together, might be a better idea. But I'm desperate for this to start pumping some water, because what's the point of having a dam? Damn it. Come on. Oh, hello. Well, maybe. While that's going on, let's have a quick look back at our new residential area, which is complaining about power here and there. Look, I've given you housing. Why you no building in the housing? Demand's dropped right off. Okay, I suppose we are left with no option but to fill in the areas with, right, one across there, one across there. Right, that will provide power to the entire network. Everybody will now be happy, and we can delete those as, excuse me, sorry about that, hitting the microphone. As and when time dictates, we can just fill in a few of these now, because the purpose of only doing certain areas has been served. All those are on the main route, so actually they should be commercial. And not quite. Oh, stop it. That's the one. That's the one. And we'll put a little bit down here as well. And residential for the rest of it. Why you no go power? I give you power. Why you no go power? Oh. Right, so population starting to increase again, up to about 200 a week. Have we got water yet? You see, now this end's much, much higher than this end, so perhaps we're still waiting for the water to raise a little bit higher. Perhaps by having the pumping upstream is not allowing enough water to reach it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm very, very frustrated by this. Look, guys. See, now the pipes aren't reaching the water. Oh. This is not clever. This is not looking pretty. Okay, cancel that. Cancel that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to move that now. I'm going to move that back to there for now. Right. Should we move the pumping? There's a problem. Oh, I don't know. I'm frustrated. There's a lot of people complaining about lack of water. Oh, right. So basically, I've failed to plumb that back in. Let's plumb that back in to the network. Oh, now you're just going to piddle me off, aren't you? Right. I shouldn't have moved it. And that one there, pipe, connect to that. Right. There's now definitely enough water. Stop moaning at me. And these abandoned industrial units, because there's not enough people, that should start resolving. Sorry, very laggy screen. It's not your YouTube connection there, guys. That is my computer lagging, and I don't know why. Shouldn't be. We'll put in a few more ready for building. I would say all of that area there, all of this area here. Right, well, it's been a pleasure talking to you guys again, and always is. But at this point, I think it's a good place to stop the episode. And then when you join me next time, assuming that everything is going to plan here, we can look at the new industrial areas on the other side of the map and the new cargo plant over there. So, anyway, as always, I've been BonBonB, playing City Skylines. And you are, as always, and always will be, very welcome.